On today's episode of the Command Center podcast, we got offensive room evaluations, O-line, running backs, wide receivers, and the most important, quarterback. And then the draft guru,
it is me.
Draft guru breaks down some offensive prospects to keep an eye on. And then imagine if your backup plan, Fred, was being an Olympian.
What about the Marines?
It all starts right now. Welcome to the Command Center podcast. I'm Logan Paulson here with Santana Moss.
It is I.
And Fred Smoot.
This time of the year, I go by the draft guru.
The draft guru, Fred Smoot. And we have a segment for that later. But as always, we're presented by Big Bear AI, mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world. And we are in the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. And we are thick in draft season, Fred.
We're here, man.
And one of the key milestones of draft season is the Senior Bowl, Santana.
Senior.
And Santana, I know you were too good to go to the Senior Bowl.
He just turned it down. Yeah, he was invited. He turned it down.
I just turned it down.
Was there a reason? Do you remember why you turned it down?
I ain't.
You don't need that.
Peasants over there. I had
Let's go. Because if you at home don't know, Tana did not go. Where were you drafted, Tana? 16?
Yeah.
16 overall.
Yeah.
And then Fred ended up going.
I did.
And why did you go, Fred?
Well, I had already had a campaign as I shut the world down. So I single-handedly wanted to go play all the receivers that I didn't have a chance to play in college. So the Reggie Waynes of the world, the Chad Johnsons of the world, I hadn't had a chance to check those guys until the Senior Bowl. And when I did have a chance to check those guys, it went just as planned.
Yeah. Do you think if Tana had been there?
Yeah.
I just ran circles around the dude.
Yeah.
You know, but see, the thing about the Senior Bowl, it's one of those things that can hurt you or
help you. Yeah, ain't no in between.
And most of the time, the guys going there, they're going there to solidify a spot or to move up. You're not trying to go there and move down. And a lot of times you see guys go there and they be like, "Oh, he's not who I thought he was.
He's not as fast as I thought he was.
He can't compete amongst all the other good talent." So I was fortunate, to be honest with you. I'm not finna call them peasants because there's a lot of guys.
Nice
I had to say that to Fred because
Well, of course to Fred.
He one of those guys, but like guys like Reggie. Reggie went up there to kind of like solidify, what they didn't know. You know what I mean? Hey, I might not run 4.5, 4.4. But I'm a number one receiver in this league, and he showed that. And Chad was a guy that made a lot of great plays, but he played at Oklahoma State.
Oregon State.
Oregon State, that's where it was. I'm talking about Oklahoma State.
Same colors, by the way.
Same colors.
The Beavers.
But I think Chad going there kind of moved him up. Like, hey, this guy here can be somebody that we see, play on Sundays at a high level, and he did just that too. So,
and obviously, Fred, you won defensive MVP. LT won offensive MVP.
Yes, LaDainian Thomas, my teammate,
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But who was the toughest guy to cover when you were there?
Oh, it was Chad.
Oh, for real?
Oh, listen. I told you what made me win MVP is I had already been checking him during the week. I told you it was times where they felt like I wasn't getting challenged at practice. They would come get me from my practice and take me to Chad in practice.
That is a really cool story.
So then I learned.
So you trying to tell me Reggie wouldn't challenge you in practice?
Reggie wasn't going to outrun me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I'm sticky with Reggie because I got long arms.
Yeah, long arms.
So, but Chad, I learned quickly.
Yeah, cat quick.
His comeback don't look like his comeback. Because he ain't running by rules. Yeah. He don't play by rules. Yeah. His 10-yard dig don't look like his 10-yard dig. Yeah. Chad going to stem out, up, in a little bit, then he gonna get you. Like, he gonna get there on time for the ball to get there, but by rules, no. He's not running a post by rules, but his feet. Listen to me. When I say feet of a soccer player, Chad Johnson have some of the fastest feet I have ever seen in my life. And for that to be on a long guy, usually you see feet like that on a guy that's 5'8". To see that with a guy long as Chad was, I had to come up with a plan at night on how I'm going to stop this dude.
What was the plan?
All right, the plan was I got to win early with Chad. Okay. If you get into chase mode with Chad, you're going to lose. If I put hands on Chad, because people don't used to put hands on him. Now I got a chance to 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, get the quarterback off him. All right? Because while we doing this route, I'm going to be chasing him. And if I get the quarterback off him early, now they'll go first read, can't do it, second read. Now they'll try to come back to him. I can catch up by that time. Right. So the thing with Chad was win early, play physical, do not open the gate.
Yeah, no. And again, I think the reason we're talking about it is because Senior Bowl, like Tana said, is a great opportunity for guys to move up. And there's some big at the Senior Bowl this year. I will say there is a lot of big time guys there.
Well, think about it. LaDainian Thompson, yellow jacket.
Yeah.
LaDainian top 5 pick. He at the Senior Bowl showing people I'm the best running back in the last 10 years, and he showed people that.
Yeah, I was looking at some like early like round projections, for the prospects, and I think they have like 10 or 12 guys that'll go in the first round at the Senior Bowl this year, which is pretty wild. So gonna make sure must see TV always every year the Senior Bowl. All right, now we got to do actual work stuff after talking about Fred's walk down memory lane.
I did have to do so.
Let's do our first break, Fred.
All right, no problem. When the mission is critical and readiness matters, BigBear.ai delivers proven AI technology and expertise to help safeguard national security and critical infrastructure. That's Mission Ready AI, BigBear.ai, official partner of the Washington Commanders.
You read that kind of like a robot. Like you kind of like put like a robot voice on it.
Yeah, when you read over and over, you're going to get better at it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, let's get it. Commanders fans, your fandom just got an upgrade. Introducing the AAA Commanders MVP membership, where real fans get real perks and the same trusted AAA membership benefits. The new AAA Commanders membership provides the chance to win game tickets, access to VIP events and experiences, 15% off of Commanders online pro shop, while providing peace of mind for Commanders fans on the road. Already a AAA member? Don't sit on the sideline. Upgrade your membership or join today at AAA.com/Commanders.
That .com/ tough in a read.
Every time.
Because you can look over it and just say,
Yeah.
AAA.com.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But hey, you guys did a great job on those reads.
I see you were trying to start drama doing those reads.
I wasn't trying to do anything.
Yeah, you do.
I wasn't trying
I see you be trying to start little mini battles so you can win the war. You try to start little mini battles against me and Tanner so you can win the war.
No, I would never do that.
While he was reading, you looked at me, waiting on me to say something.
This is your face. What is it? What is that face? That is not. That's someone who's doing everything they possibly can to hold in like.
Because he gonna do something. I can see his body twitching over there. I'm reading, I see Fred over there like
convulsions.
It's just someone come out.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so last week we did defensive evaluation. And remember, this is kind of like a recap of the year.
Yeah.
And where we think it's at, like from the year, what it could have been, what it is now, heading into like draft season, free agency, all this stuff. So let's start with, I think maybe the best position on the offense. And that is the offensive line.
The O-line.
The O-line. And so I look at this group, especially the group at the end of the year. Connerly, we'll talk about him a lot in a second. Connerly, Cosme, Biotish, Chris Paul, surprise, and Laramie Tunsil. And I think that group can be a starting 8, starting 5 group in the NFL.
Yes, they can. Most definitely.
I think when you got a group like that, that's pretty special.
Yes, and they got better as the year got on.
Which is true for all line.
That's it. It's true for most groups. As groups get in sync and do their gigs together, they get better. I thought Connerly had the rookie glitches in the beginning of the year. I thought he settled down as the year went on.
Yes.
He got a chance to play some of those guys that kind of got at him early in the year. He got to play them for the second time. He did better in each and every game. And this is how you can always tell it, is your offensive line getting better, especially a lineman, one position. We stop hearing his name call.
Yeah,
true.
Once you stop hearing his name call, he's doing the job. And Connerly, I have to give props for that. Now, the one thing I can say is, I thought right when Sam Cosme got back and got his sea legs under him, bam, hit with another injury. Now, that's the only thing that I hate.
Yeah, it was concussion. Right? Which, again, that's a serious injury. But again,
but way less than the real things. But I thought he was playing well. Sam was playing well.
Yeah, I don't have to guess about that group, when it comes to, if you have one of the top, rushing games in the league, throughout you maintain that throughout the entire
with 3 different
season,
quarterbacks.
With 3 different quarterbacks and just losses after losses after losses. Normally when you're losing, you can kind of like say, offense sucks, defense sucks.
Yeah.
offensively, like I said before, I keep throwing this out there. You averaging 20-something points a game, the defense normally say, if you're going to do that, we got the rest. You see what I'm saying? So our O-line showed first and foremost each and every week, regardless if it looked pretty or not, that they was a great bunch. You know, they was a great unit. And going forward, it gives you hope just saying, like, whatever style offense we're going to run, these guys right here, that's the foundation.
They are protected.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, too, like, obviously you talked about Connerly, Cosme, maybe the number one addition not only to that group but to the entire team is Laramie Tunsil.
Yes.
I think he played as advertised, man. I think
just
he did a great job.
Monster.
Coming in the run game, very physical. Pass game, I love how he pass protects. And so, again, he really elevated, I think, everybody. Because I think one of the things is when Laramie went out near the end of the year, I think it hurt Chris Paul a little bit, not having that chemistry with that veteran. So his presence, I think, is going to make two spots better. You know, left tackle, obviously, and then whoever's playing left guard. So I think that'll be, like everyone talks about the draft capital that was given up for him. I think he exceeded the billing.
First of all, if we would have gave up a first-round pick, it still wasn't enough draft capital. All right, a top 5 left tackle, and you talking about what we do, a second and a third, maybe?
I think it was like 4 total picks, basically, but like over the course of 2 years.
You couldn't give up enough picks to get a left tackle with his pedigree and with his standard. I always tell people that's watching the game from the outside, it ain't too many Laramie Tunsils out there. Yeah. All right? Hey, it might not be a Laramie Tunsil in this draft period.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that's just for the next 2 drafts. That's all I'm saying is it ain't nothing I wouldn't give up for a Laramie Tunsil.
I mean, he's special. When you look at the teams that are good offensively, they have a good left tackle.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I've heard the term playmaking left tackle thrown around quite a bit.
Yeah.
I definitely think he meets that bill. Again, and I think just to kind of put a cap on it, Laramie, Connerly, I think he's going to develop. The depth there, too, with Brandon Coleman is a point that I wanted to highlight. Like, he came in at the end of the year, played left tackle, played left guard, played the extra tight end, also did a great job. Now, let's talk about...
The 6th man of the year is what I call him.
No, that's kind of what he was.
No, he's the 6th man.
Yeah, that's kind of what he was.
Yeah.
For sure. So, again, I think that leads nicely into their brothers, is the tight end room. And we talked about this a little bit on Command Center a couple weeks ago, but, John Bates, Ben Sinnott, Colson Yankoff, I think young, talented group. But the piece that I want to just talk about to highlight at the start is Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
And Tana, special player, special person.
Yeah.
Obviously has a gruesome injury late in the year, but talk about prior to that, his impact on this room potentially.
He's been phenomenal. I think when you look at our offense as a whole, Zach Ertz was the guy. We had to lean on Zach Ertz. When you have one of your starting running backs go down early in the year, your starting receiver hasn't even, got off the bus yet. I mean, he's in the building, but he still hasn't got out there and played. We leaned on Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz was that leadership for the entire core passing game, and not only just that tight end room, but to say that, man, when you have young guys, especially, guys that you're depending on, like a Ben Sinnott, behind them, a Bates, who other would you want to learn from than a guy like Zach Ertz?
Yeah.
So I think, man, he did a phenomenal job. It was tough watching him go down, man.
Yeah,
last year.
that's terrible.
Because we know that it's just like, oh man, why? Sometimes you ask yourself as a receiver, I didn't even have to go for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that was your job.
That's
you
his
was
job.
gonna do it.
That's
second nature.
What I'm saying. So it's tough to see him go out that way because he meant too much for us. Yeah. And to know that he's already was getting out there in years, getting long in the tooth when it comes to the years.
Yeah.
I've understood just, how precious it is to, not take those days and those games for granted.
Yeah.
When it's over, you sit there and say, man, I'm glad I went out there and showed my effort or went to work the way I did.
Yeah.
That's what I saw in Zach Ertz. I saw Zach Ertz show up any and every time. We won games with him, last year and then this year.
Closing
this past
games.
year, we
closing them.
Bingo. So, hey, need I say more?
No, I think you did a great job of encapsulating his impact on the team and on the room. Fred, you want to talk about the other guys real quick? Let's talk about, I think a lot of fans want to hear about Ben Sinnott.
Yeah. I thought what Ben Sinnott did this year is I thought he found out he belongs. Because that's kind of the first question us young players get coming out of the draft and coming into the league. like practice can show us we belong, but nothing shows us we belong like doing it in the game.
Yeah.
And I thought being Senate, I think everything slowed down for him too mentally.
Yeah.
I think that first year, just the sheer size of that NFL playbook, just the terminology of the calls in the huddle, I thought it was just too overwhelming for him. This year it showed like everything sit down. He had some plays where he showed some athletic ability. I think he had the longest catch for a tight end on the team this year.
Yeah,
like,
what was it against New York?
Yeah, with the big post route.
Yeah.
So he showed in spots. Now the challenge that I send to being Senate this offseason, connect everything in your game together now.
Yeah.
I connect the mental part, I got it. The route running part, I got it. The blocking scheme and how they want me to attack blocking, I got it. Can he come with what I call a full plate of food? That means I got my main entree and I got my fixins.
My fixins. Hey, you know what? And I'm not sure if this is something that he probably already got in the works, but I find my way to Jayden.
Yeah,
I will find my way to Jayden.
With him, right?
I will go.
I'm on his hip. He go to the bathroom. I'm going with him.
Yeah, I will find my way because I feel like, bro, like who other than the tight ends that quarterbacks lean on the most when they're trying to get out of trouble or trying to get out of danger?
Yeah,
saying that if you're gonna be that guy, he's the guy to make you that guy.
Yeah,
and you have the quarterback, so go find him.
Make him comfortable with you,
man. Make him say, This is who I'm throwing the ball to when I'm in trouble."
Yep.
The other thing about Zach, he does that at the highest of levels. If you look at his ability to develop chemistry with anybody, so if Ben was around him, hopefully he learned some of that.
Yeah.
And this is the fans have asked me, like, what is his ceiling, Ben, they're talking about? I don't want to put a number on it, like in terms of receptions, but I do think that being in a, David Blau, Ben Johnson, Kevin O'Connell influence.
More play action heavy,
will help him a lot because I think that suits his route running style a little bit more as opposed to Zach, who is objectively.
I can run anything you ask me.
I think you could say he's a top 5 route runner at the tight end position.
Yeah.
So not everyone can do what he does. I think when you get into that play action stuff, you can give him some stuff that Kittle can do, that Mark Andrews
that the play call itself gets him open.
Correct. And so I think that's something I'm excited to see with him. And then Colston Yankoff, special teams maven, did
I like
a great job.
You know how I feel about Colston Yankoff.
UCLA, he's a Bruin, man.
I just think his athletic profile to me is scary. And if he could ever put it all together, he becomes almost similar to what I call the most disrespected tight end room in football, and that's that Rams room. I think that Rams room.
I don't know who's disrespected it, man.
Well, people, they don't have that big one name. They ain't got a George Kittle in there.
Yeah.
But with all their powers combined, they form Voltron.
Yeah.
That's what I know. They are good, and hopefully our guys can do the same.
Yeah. So obviously the two young guys, we're excited about those guys, and I think the offense will help them a little bit, right?
Yeah, the scheme.
And then John Bates has just been steady Eddie, man.
Bates Motel.
That's exactly right. So really excited about that group. Feels like they might need to add a piece in free agency or the draft, but again, I think that group has a good foundational element already for it.
I'm feeling a little frettish, so don't mind me. Can't sit still.
I know, me too. My back's bothering me a little bit.
Hey, man, it happens sometimes. By the way, man, never stay in a motel in 2026.
Yeah, you should do that probably.
Because I still see them everywhere.
Yeah.
But they look.
They for truckers, man.
No, yeah, I've been saying they look like a movie. Like, I see it and pull passes like Jason lives there. like they have this aura of nothing goes good there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
When my wife and I drove cross country, we stayed in a couple motels just because you're in areas where they don't have.
They don't have hotels.
Yeah, and so it's always a little bit like
ceiling fan on the roof.
You're like,
looking out that damn curtain, like,
who's out there? What's going on?
You see the room next door get kicked in and busted.
You're like, oh, okay.
I always thought like motels. Like when we was coming up, when we was young,
you couldn't tell the difference
through the track circuit. We stayed a lot of motels.
Yeah.
Motel 6, you name it, we was there. But that's what you had. That's all you can afford with all those kids.
Yeah.
And I used to just like back then. Something about these, like who else was laying on this bed? Like,
and it smelled.
That's
like
how I look. I used to look at motel like, man, I'm not pulling this comforter back. I'm gonna lay on the top of this thing. And people like, why you in a sweatsuit? Man, I got a hoodie on and everything.
He bougie at age at 7. He don't know.
I'm laying on that thing like this, like, bro, I am not getting underneath that damn blanket. You know what I'm saying? So
you're at a motel when it's a drink machine right by your door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And an ice machine right beside that. Man, you going down.
Yeah, I'm straight.
So Bates Motel. Excited about John Bates coming back. All right, let's talk about running back room, which is maybe the most interesting offensive position group, I think.
Why do you say that?
Just because you get an undrafted or a 7th round pick in Bill Crosby, like absolutely balling out at points this year, showing some explosiveness in the room. You get a guy that was cut and re-signed multiple times last year, being a huge contributor in critical moments.
Went for 500 plus yards
and had 6 touchdowns. And then you get Jeremy McNichols, who has been a journeyman running back, who's like seems to make a big play in every game.
So it's the room of misfits toys.
It is a little bit. And again, obviously, like, I don't want to, when we talk about those 3 guys, I can't forget Austin Eckler.
Who's also not drafted.
Yeah, but also his injury was tough for that room.
Yeah.
You guys had to step up and do it.
And that birthed Bill running the ball. That birthed Chris Rodriguez running the ball. And you're right. Now that I think about that room, it's one draftee and he's a 7th rounder.
Yeah, right. Just a different kind of composition for a room that was very productive.
Yeah.
And I think kind of a bright spot, Tana. I don't know. Would you say that? I don't know if it works.
It's glaring to me. I think when you look at it, it just shows you, what age we in this league. That's why the running backs look the way they look at nowadays, because you don't really necessarily need one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have 3 guys that has 3 attributes that we can combine into one, then you got your hell of a room. And that's what our room, that's what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so again, I think I don't know what the future holds for Austin Eckler, but it feels like a room, kind of like the tight end room, where you want to maybe get another talented piece in there. And so we'll keep an eye on that as the offseason goes on. Now we're going to kind of transition to receivers, quarterbacks, maybe the most impactful positions on the offense in terms of what happened in 2025. But in the meantime, let's pay some bills.
Bills. Pay my bills. Huddle up, team. It's time to call it winter audible, because when the temps drop, the real magic kicks off in West Virginia. Think trails that crunch like game day turf, ski runs for every level of fan, and cozy cabins that won't break your budget. Trade lift line chaos for wide open slopes, hot cocoa breaks by crackling fire, and mountains dressed to impress in a blanket of pure white. So grab your squad, pack your cold weather swag, and head to almost heaven this winter, West Virginia.
Hot cocoa. How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like finding a parking spot in front of a busy outdoor cafe where you're meeting some of your old friends from college, and you're about to parallel park into an oh-so-tight spot, and then everyone in the cafe stops to watch, and you nail it in one try. Like the parallel parking baller you are. Nobody clapped, but they really wanted to. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
Might be your best one, cuz.
You like that one?
It might have been your best one.
I thought he read that like he was in like the 1950s film.
He changed his voice again.
With my tobacco pipe right here?
Yeah, it was like,
well, I do have a tobacco pipe named Bill.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico? You know what I mean? Like a little that going on.
I feel like that was an old McDonald's commercial.
Yeah, kind of like that.
With the kids playing in the front of it?
Yeah. That's
you don't know nothing about them old McDonald's.
But
he was in black and white, though.
Come on, he's so young. He don't know about the playgrounds at McDonald's.
Dude, what are you talking about? There's still playgrounds at McDonald's.
In what country?
In LA. Anyway, let's talk about the wide receivers. And
wide out.
So we talked about, maybe the best group is the offensive line, 2 exciting groups, like kind of developmental groups with the tight end running back group.
Yeah.
This group,
interesting.
This group and the quarterback group definitely informed the success of the offense the most this season, positive and negatively, right?
Yeah.
So when Terry McLaurin, Noah Brown, not here at the beginning of the year,
set us back.
You could really feel that because it bumped guys up the roster. Jalen Lane all of a sudden is playing starters minutes. He's no longer a return specialist.
Luke McCaffrey took full advantage.
Yeah. Full advantage. He stepped up. Debo Samuel, who was supposed to be like your third gadget piece, is now
2.5.
Now you're number 1 wide receiver. Yeah. And again, like you could really just feel the impact. That Debo's hurt for a couple games this year. There's games where they're dressing only 4 wideouts. You could feel when those top couple guys were hurt and nicked up, you could feel the lack of offense.
Just reaching.
Yes.
See, can anybody make a play?
Yeah. And I think that to me is, again, like the defensive line for the defense. This is what this room felt like to me.
Yeah, I mean, also, when you Terry alone, I think that's where it started. When Terry wasn't available, it just shows you that the defense didn't respect nothing we did with the other wide receivers out there. They cared less. The coverage just was almost like a slap in the face at time. You saw people get out there and say, "We finna stack this box. We gonna let this guy have one-on-one, and you ain't gonna throw it.
Yeah.
We don't care." And so when you get in a situation like that as a team, and you're already hurting. Like, what could you do? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? So that's what you saw from us. And it was like a snap of the finger. As soon as Terry felt like himself, not the first time he came back, but the second time, when he felt like himself, it was like, oh, boy. Back this shit up. Let's back it up. You know what I mean? Excuse my French, Jason. I know you'll take care of me.
You're from South of France. We know that.
But it was like, okay, now it's time to cover.
Yeah.
And then we got we got a guy in Trey Burks that
now he was the blessing out of people being injured because we got him.
He appeared from nowhere and just showed you that, okay, we don't get our guy Brown back like we want to, but maybe he can fill that void. Yeah. So that's why I say it's interesting for me because, okay, now we know what Terry did for our offense. Now we know his value. People question it all off season.
Yeah.
But now we know. We saw that as a fan base. We knew it as former players, but he showed the whole fan base. This is why I was, trying to get what I thought that was rightfully mine.
Yeah.
And getting that new payday. He got it. He put that behind him. Going forward, I want to see it's going to be interesting for me if we can get Trey back. And see what we do with Debo.
I think we will get Trey back, but when I look at this thing, it's two guys. Really, I got Trey circled because I'm always interested in first round picks that didn't pan out. I want to know why, and if I can get them in house, I can figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's in house. So
he in house, and we stole one. Yeah. I think you always got to steal one. All right. Luke McCaffrey and Jayden Lane. Not only did Luke develop into, man, just throw me the ball, I'm coming down with it type guy. They are special team Pro Bowlers. Yeah, I'm saying it. I
think people forget Luke hurt his collarbone, missed a bunch of the year, but was crushing it prior to
He was going to the Pro Bowl as a returner. Out of those two guys, you got a Pro Bowl kick returner, you got a Pro Bowl punt returner. You got one who found his way at the wide receiver this year in Luke McCaffrey. Then you got Jayden Lane, found his way as a returner, starting to find his way as a wide receiver. I think they illuminate the room because Terry, I know what I got. I know what I got with Terry year in and year out. You don't know who Jayden Lane going to be as a wide receiver next year.
Yeah.
I know he's going to be better than this year.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right? That's what you do know. When you get Luke back, Luke going to have a inside confidence that he didn't have starting this year.
Yeah.
I look at the wide receiver room last year when we about this time of year, question mark. I had no clue who was who, how it was going to look. I am excited as hell for this wide receiver room.
Yeah, especially if you add another piece to it, too.
You got a Burke in there with those two. There go three. You got Terry in there. Like, I could just go off those four. I feel good about that room. Because this room plays outside of this room. This room affects special team on both sides of special team. I feel good about this wide receiver room.
Yeah, because, again, both those guys play teams. And, again, that might change as the offseason goes on, whatever. But I do think, that's probably a position where you're looking to address either something in free agency or some type of draft capital, just for the depth pieces, right?
Yeah.
And, again, they might try to re-sign somebody, who knows. But, again, having those playmakers and specifically the impact of Terry, you did a great job, Tana, talking through that. Those are important pieces, and development for those young guys is also super important.
Yeah.
Because again, it just shows you, you could have an awesome quarterback, offensive line, the run game's clicking. We're the 5th rated rush offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
If you can't hit those explosive chunks on the perimeter, if you can't throw on third down, can't get open when you got to get open, can't beat man coverage.
Yeah.
It really hampers the offense. And I think, honestly, Tana, I'm going to lead into the quarterbacks here, unless you got something to say.
No, I was just going to say also having Bobby Ingram as a coach. I mean, I think that's phenomenal because he was a guy that, you don't go back and say, well, he was the fastest. He was
the biggest, the strongest.
He got open.
Nuance.
He got open. So having a guy like that to teach you, and Trey Burks talked highly of him, talked about how he brought everything into perspective for him, and that's how you get to see a second chance pan out for a guy like that, having a good coach behind him.
Yeah, and I think that whole group, the coaching's going to be really important, but that whole group is going to really lead to the success of the quarterback. And I think there were times this year, and let's talk about the quarterback now, where you saw Jayden Daniels not look like Jayden Daniels from 2024. I think in large part because of what teams were able to do defensively.
Taking away guys,
Play a lot more man, blitz or on early downs, give you more complicated coverage pictures. And so, again, like Jayden, I thought when he played had some really high moments, but also struggled against, and this is the other thing I want to point out, I have been meaning to do this for weeks now, is when you look at what Seattle did to Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy. Like made them look absolutely ridiculous.
Like they had just started playing ball 2 days ago.
Think about who was playing for us at receiver in that Seattle game when Jayden had to play. People are like, why didn't Jayden look good? I'll tell you, man. That defense for Seattle is legit.
There you go.
That's a Super Bowl defense. Like hands down. No question.
Super Bowl defense. And so I look at that and I say, like, there are reasons and explanations as to why Jayden didn't have a perfectly linear ascension. But I still believe, in my heart of hearts, just from how competitive he is, he's composed the right way. And they've made the right additions on the offensive line to insulate him. They're going to attack playmaking positions this offseason. Fred's got some previews of some tight ends and things like that. But, man, I that's what I believe.
And I'm also, too, a fan of just knowing, like, because at times I feel like I want to see different things from him as a quarterback as far as the way we planned and got him out of trouble. Like, I see so many quarterbacks, like Caleb, for example. Last week, first play of the game, play action, get outside the pocket, find a guy.
Easy.
I've been sitting here like, we think so much of this kid, we just put him out there and say,
go win it.
Be special. Which I'm not saying that's a problem because he showed us that.
But you can't sustain it.
But and then to think about it, certain offenses allow you and don't allow you to do certain things. So I don't think that we had enough of those boots and waggles in ours. Especially when Jayden was at the, under snap. But I want to see more of that too because I feel like let's set him up to be special without him just being special. You know what I mean? Put him in situations where he's not vulnerable.
The best Star Wars movie is Return of the Jedi.
Here we go.
Not the first one. Not the first movie. The Return of the Jedi. So you got to fall to return to greatness. So it's going to be okay, people.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend, let's talk about quickly, Marcus. We don't know if he's going to be back. Josh Johnson, don't know if he's going to be back, but I thought those guys both did an excellent job.
Damn, Marcus, come on back, baby. Don't do us like that.
I can say I felt like we had some of the best backup quarterbacks for our position than anybody in the NFL. Because right now we've had to see a couple teams play with their backup in the playoffs. So it's going to be different. I think if we was in the playoffs and people were like, all right, Jayden got hurt, people would still believe that Marcus Mariota could get us over there. And that tells me everything about the backup.
He's shown that.
He's shown that, and that's the thing about it.
Yeah, so I think that's, we can talk about Sam Hartman briefly. I know a lot of people want to know about him.
Just look at Sam. He's there to be looked at.
Super handsome.
Just look at him.
I think he's more knowledgeable and more talented than he showed in the preseason because he was coming off.
He was coming off the arm surgery.
So I'm hoping that offseason we'll see a little bit more.
And that's probably a reason why they kept him around, saying, "Look, man, we
didn't give you a fair shot.
We ain't getting his best, go because of the surgery."
Yeah. So that's our offensive review, and we're going to talk about some offensive playmakers here in a second. But in the meantime, Fred, we got to pay some bills.
Why not, man? That's what you do as grown-ups. You pay bills.
Pay bills.
The bills.
Who's got this one? Me? Want me to do both?
Frederick.
Oh, no, I do. I got you. Huddle up, Commanders fans.
No, do it like a huddle. Huddle up, boys.
Huddle up, boys. Commanders fans. The Commanders Golden Pass raffle, operated by the Virginia Lottery, gives you the chance to win the ultimate fan experience. That means tickets, VIP treatment, special appearances by Washington legends, and much, much more. Limited ticket availability, so visit valottery.com/commanders to enter the raffle today. That's valottery.com/commanders and break.
All right. U.S. Army. They say your work defines who you are. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, you're clocking in. But what happens on the weekend? What happens to your time? You could take it easy, or you could use that time to get better. In the U.S. Army, we think differently. Your time should be used to improve the skills you do have to learn some you don't. to push yourself in new ways, because it's those days that truly define who you are. That's how you make progress. That's how you make an impact on the world around you. It's your time. How you spend it is up to you. It's your time, the U.S. Army Reserve.
I had to ask you this.
Yes.
Because I feel like all football players have to be asked this. All right, no, seriously, because it's such a thin line to get to the league and to stay.
Yep.
Who do you think Logan Paulson would be today if you never got the call to come to the league? And Santana, who do you think you would be if you never got drafted, period? That just means when we finish college, it ain't that we just didn't get no calls. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Logan? What you think your first profession would have been fresh out of UCLA?
I remember thinking I was going to go back to law school if I did that. I was going to go
there was some people going to be in jail.
Yeah, they'd be in trouble. But that was my first thought when I finished. Was like, if I don't get this, I'm going to go back. I'm going to take the MCAT, whatever it was,
you got to take
and then try to get into law school.
Yeah.
So law school for Paulson.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking about. Now, if I would have actually done that, I don't know.
But your dad did kind of set the bar high, being, going to space and stuff. Tanner, what about you?
I've probably been a triple jumper or a long jumper in track.
So you went straight track.
I went back to track. I mean, because it's crazy. My goals as a youngster, I wanted to make it pro and make it to the Olympics. Yeah. And my junior year, I made it to Olympic trials, but I didn't go. Yeah. So being that I knew I could make it, I'd have went right back to track. That would have been like my crutch. Yeah. Like, oh man, I can run track. I can go do this.
All right, I got it.
But I never, just to be honest with you, I never thought it was not going to be. Like, I always knew it was destined. Like,
no, I understand that part. I just do it if I
No, I'm just saying, but that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you brought it up because I never had a plan B. Yeah. It was just like, I'm playing football.
What would you have done?
Oh, I was going to the military.
I knew it.
No, that's because I was.
You knew he was getting this something, right?
No, listen. I'm dead serious. I had made my mind up. I was going to go be a Marine.
You being a Marine is crazy.
Right, listen. They need that one dude. I'm smart. I'm athletic.
You are smart.
No, I'm athletic. You can see me right behind that tree right now coming out of that water with that thing up.
Could you imagine attention? Fred's like, no.
Get down, Private, right now. Give me 1,000.
No, I'm going to tell you this. I can imagine him getting sent home. Because as soon as he break curfew, his ass ain't going to sit still.
But they're going to be like, he's too talented. We got to keep him. You gotta keep, Fred, we left him in France, right? Yeah, that's fine with me. I can survive anywhere. All right? Don't give me those lethal skills of a Marine. Imagine me with this athletic ability and this mind with the lethal skills of a U.S. Marine.
It's hard to imagine because you're having a hard time walking right now, so.
No, I'm not. My feet good, remember?
I know what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying when I see you walk around like a little knock-kneed, I'm like, I don't know how Fred's doing right
First of all, I'm not knock-kneed. Don't be buying into that London Fletcher, man. Don't you really have bought into that London Fletcher.
I bought in.
Don't you buy into old humpback whale. He let you think these type of stuff. Don't you buy into that, Logan. You're a better man.
He's like the big brother of the group. You know what I mean? So like when he says, it's like, oh yeah, well.
Yeah, just like.
He says Fred's knock-kneed, knock-kneed.
Well, they're just like in our group text, he sends workout logs.
That was pretty funny.
He sent workout logs like he did the running. Like, we know his son still did that running. It says 3 miles on there. Fletch ain't ran no 3 miles. Have y'all seen him?
What if he's running 3 miles?
And still not losing weight? that means his gluten is bad. That means it ain't nothing he can do.
Oh my God.
He gonna have to take that. He gonna take the shot.
I hope Fletch sees this.
Fletch gonna have to take the shot. If he running 3 miles a day and still look like
we haven't seen Fletch for a couple weeks now.
We seen Fletch a week ago.
He say he's just getting started, man. Getting back into the swing of things.
Thanks, Tanner. Look at Tanner.
Give him a little moment. Give him a little time.
He still got that gut.
You the only one that lie about having a bike and then going swimming.
Going running and swimming.
You the only one that I know that lied for 2 years.
My daughter is rehabbing, and I'm rehabbing her at Lifetime.
Call me the next time you go over.
Sitting there with
no problem.
You sitting there with a pack of Cools in your back pocket. All right, girl.
I am working out. I am swimming.
Come on back now.
That's why I look fitter. I've been in the steam room. Man, listen, I ran to Baltimore and back home the other day.
Yeah.
This guy. Dude. All right, well, he does lie a lot. But he's actually pretty good at the draft stuff. And Fred's got some prospects for you. So this is the draft guru versus nobody. Powered by Big Bear AI. Mission Ready AI for a rapidly evolving world.
Now, I think me and you earlier this year had a debate with this kid.
I don't know if we've talked about it in length. We can talk about it a little bit right
because I don't know if you like him as much as I do. I just think the athletic profile is there.
Yeah.
I think the skill set.
What's his name?
Oh, Kenyon Sadiq.
Tight end from Oregon.
He's the tight end from Oregon. I don't know if you watched him. He's number 15. And he looks like a statue in Rome. All right? He is poetry in motion. I'm going to tell you who I think he is.
Statues don't move, though.
I know it. I know it. Unless it's an animated statue. Check this out. I'm going to tell you this.
Yep.
He is a clone of Bowers.
Stop.
I think he is, man.
Brock Bowers?
Brock Bowers.
That dude, that bad.
I said a clone, not quite Brock, because I don't know if he got that true, like Brock got this ability to turn into a running back when he get the ball.
What's the tight end who plays for
Ingram?
Yes.
He's built like Ingram. That's why you want to compare him to Ingram. But Ingram was never a voluntary blocker like this dude.
So this is the thing. This is okay. I agree with Fred. The film is very good. He moves well. He's sudden. He catches the ball well. He's got a running back kind of build, post catch. All that stuff is true. The thing is there are not a lot of tight ends in the league that look like him that win consistently. Right?
Well, Brock Bowers is one of them.
But Brock Bowers is 6'4". He's he can do some, like, the thing is I worry about his, because I don't think he's 6'3". He looks like he maybe is 6'1.5", 6'2". Like, he's a short guy. You can agree with that, right? So he basically looks like a
little compact, but I think he's taller than we might.
Yeah. So, but he's like a thick wide receiver.
Yeah.
And so, like, can you compete in line? If you can't compete in line, are you just basically like a big slot? If you are a big slot, are there more athletic big slots? So, again, the film is good.
Yeah.
I just worry about what you are.
Are you worried about when he comes out of the huddle, he undresses the offensive team? Says where we're not going to run to stuff like that.
I'd say, like, if he's in, we're playing nickel. And I don't think he forces you to play base to 12, which is what you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
So that's again, we'll see where he's going to run.
So he more of a receiver than he is.
But he's very good.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Can we agree that he's the best tight end in this draft?
So the other guy, you got a couple more guys on this list.
No, I understand, but can you agree that he's the best total tight end in the draft?
I have a question about it.
Yeah.
And and the other guy you have on this list is one that I think is
that you like a little better.
It's close. And I haven't made my decision yet, but it's close.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
So you want to hit him next?
Let's go to the other tight end. The other tight end is Eli Stowers. All right.
Tight end from Vanderbilt.
Now, he looks to me like a tall receiver.
He does.
Like, when I watch him play, he looks how Kyle Pitt looked when he was at Florida. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's a little bit thicker in the lower half than Kyle Pitts.
But he has that wide receiver, wiry build.
He's a converted quarterback. He was a quarterback at New Mexico, hurt his shoulder, moved to tight end, and then transferred from New Mexico when the quarterback came.
Yeah. Paggia?
Yeah. What's his, whatever his name is. Anyway, so the thing about Eli is I think he's got some real true, like, so I was talking to the guy that's doing his combine prep.
Yeah.
43-inch vertical right out of season. 43-inch vertical. And so
he used to be a basketball player. That's what you're trying to tell me.
He's a track guy.
Yeah.
And so he can run. I think he's probably going to run a high 4.4, low 4.5s. Like, dude can scoot. Like, there's a couple of plays from 2024 where he's catching the football and he looks like,
a wide receiver.
And you just say, like, that's the best athlete on the field.
Yeah.
And again, there's some plays where Kenyon Sadiq has that. But like the size and height of Eli Stowers makes me feel like he can do some inline stuff. Now, this is the difference. Kenyon Sadiq actually does inline stuff at Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm projecting inline stuff from Eli Stowers.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Kenyon can do it at the next. So that's where I'm differentiating.
All right. And you feel like for where you drafted him at, you getting more value for Eli Stowers than you are for Sadiq drafting him in the first round.
Correct. And again, you're probably going to take him. He might sneak in the top 10. Like,
well, this is what I'm scared of.
You talking about Stowers?
No.
I'm talking about Sadiq, Kenyon Sadiq. I'm so scared to let Andy Reid get his hands on this kid.
That is true.
God.
Yeah. That is a scary
thought.
thought.
Frightened.
Well, that's the thing. With any tight end, this is the thing I say about tight ends, Tana. it's different than receiver because you actually have to have someone who knows how to get them involved in the pass game. Like when you look at Brock Bowers this huge year a couple years ago, like that OC was like, we are getting him the ball.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan with Kittle, we're getting him the ball.
Yeah.
Andy Reid with Kittle, we're getting him the ball. You need to have a concerted effort to make it happen. So if he goes to a spot like that with someone who knows how to do that, that would be a scary proposition for sure.
And my third guy, who I think is a game wrecker, it wasn't but two receivers that I felt like they're going to get drafted to a team, they're going to automatically hit on special teams, and they're going to give something to the wide receiver. Zachariah Branch from Georgia, I felt like he's going to hit somebody's roster, and he's going to just add value all the way around. But my guy right here, the third guy, KC Concepcion. All right?
It's a hell of a name.
That's listen, I told you only good as your name. Right? Now, if his name was Willie Green.
No.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
We don't want that.
I don't want that. But KC Concepcion.
He's special.
Have you watched him at all yet?
Oh, yes, sir.
Give me.
He was number 3 for them, right?
Yes.
Yes. He has number 3.
When they play Miami.
He's the returner. Yeah, when they play Miami.
He's got
he got juice.
Yeah.
He got juice.
Nah,
he reminds me of a more well-rounded Christian Kirk. They got the same body build, but he more polished.
Yeah.
He's more polished route runner. And when it comes to returning, that's when he can really change games.
Yeah.
So he's one of those receivers. He can turn a slant into a 70-yard touchdown, but he also can get you that 15-yard comeback you need to get a first down on third down.
Anyway, so those are 3 guys that we think obviously could be interesting prospects offensively, 2 tight ends and a receiver. If you want more names, make sure you check out Road to the Draft. That's a podcast that I do with just a guy, Jason, and Fred cuts on there too, where we will give you more guys. Because like we're talking Kenyon Sadiq, Eli Stowers, but there's probably, 5 or 6 more dudes, Fred, in later rounds.
Yeah, most
that can make some plays. There's some receivers, especially for me in the second half of this draft, which could be difference makers. We talk about that on Road to the Draft, which is wherever you get your podcast. It's on the Commanders podcast network or whatever. He said something back there. I can't hear what he said.
Listen, when he back there doing all that,
can't hear him.
We can't hear nothing he say.
Can't hear what he said. All right, so now. What did I say? Drive to the draft. Road to the draft.
We on the road again.
It's a show about the draft. We're on the road. Yeah. Ticket to the road to the draft is what we're doing. Okay. Yeah. Anyway,
I love it that you hate when he corrects you.
I actually really appreciate Jason's corrections. Like I love it.
Chaps you
because I hate when I'm like wandering around in the woods and I think I'm doing a good job and he's like, "Hey, no, get back over here. You do it over."
I got you.
Burn your bumper clot.
Okay. All right. So now we've got a little bit of current news, and I really want to ask you guys about it.
Yeah.
Giant steps.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh. Brought to you by the U.S. Army. Be tested, but not just on paper. Be strong and more than muscle. Be courageous and supported by a mighty team. Be all you can be. Visit goarmy.com to learn more. So, John Harbaugh, head coach in New York. There's a lot of questions on here. I say bump it. I'm just going to say, what do you guys think about that? And is he going to make the New York Giants good?
I said, damn. I hate it because you don't want your opposition, the ops, to get any better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to see them down. I want to see them down. And the Giants are one of those teams. Like, that's why I say I've always felt threatened more by them than any other team in our division.
Yeah.
Because for some odd reason, they always have the right kind of talent. It's all about who's coaching them. Mm-hmm. And you remember when they brought in your boy from Jacksonville? He was Sergeant Slaughter to some of those guys. They didn't like him.
Yeah.
But he went to 2 Super Bowls.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So the Giants, they when they find a coach that has the potential, they normally go out there and build something sweet. So I didn't want to see this, but
here we are.
Hey, I did. Because I play the facts game. And here go the facts of the NFL. No Super Bowl winning coach has ever left a place and went to a new place and won a Super Bowl.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah, it's true. You can fact check it. It doesn't matter.
I'd have to think about that.
You say Super Bowl winning or Super Bowl attending?
Nobody has won a Super Bowl in their first spot, only to leave, go somewhere else and win in their second spot. Nobody's done it. All right, so thank you. History shows he will not win a Super Bowl here. Third of all, I felt with Jackson Dart, Scatterboo, and receiver
Malik Neighbors,
I felt like the scariest thing for New York was gonna get the right offensive head coach that was going to turn that thing up and down on us.
So my thing, and I'll keep this quick because I know Tana's got to go, but is the fact that he has been a administrative CEO head coach.
Yeah.
And so what is the most important part of that job is hiring your coordinator. And
but both coordinators.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing is he's a special teams guy.
Yeah.
So like he's got to really knock those hires out of the park. You look at the staffs that he worked with in Baltimore. You look at the rosters that he worked with in Baltimore. They were excellent. Both those things. So does New York have can he make that decision again?
Yeah.
And does the GM there have the ability to make that roster as talented as it was in?
Do you think he bring anybody with him?
I don't know. I just think it's when you're a coach that as long as he was in Baltimore, now he's going to have to do that for a city that's a lot louder than Baltimore as a city. The media.
Yeah, because he was kind of like, I don't want to say hiding in Baltimore. Like that sounds mean to Baltimore.
No, that media just doesn't attack.
It's a different thing.
Yes, but from the first game to his last game, he ain't going to sleep in New York if he think they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. That ain't a benefit of the doubt city. Yeah. They're a city that done had miserable, and I mean miserable sports for the last decade. The Knicks stink. The Jets stink. The Giants stink. The Nets stink. The Yankees stink. The Mets stink. That's all I'm telling you. The Liberty is the only thing they got going up there right now. So what I'm saying is now.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure on the head coach that doesn't affect the major two parts of the ball.
Yeah.
He can't fire your offensive coordinator and go save that room.
Yeah,
he has backed himself into, to me, one of the messiest football coaching holes of all time. Because I would have went to Atlanta. I would have looked at that roster in Atlanta.
You said this earlier. I think this could take.
I would have went to Atlanta, hands down. I got a division that I could legitimately take over, and I got a ready-made roster. I have nobody to repel me. And I got a fan base. I can go 10-7 for 5 years in a row, and they're going to love every bit of it. Not New York. New York will not tolerate any of that. So thank you. Great choice, because guess what?
This guy, man.
He will not be coaching in 4 years. Not in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm in on that. I was a little on the fence. I was like with Tana, and then Fred just came with straight knowles.
Anytime Fred come like that, some opposite happens. So I'm just going to...
He gonna be like, I told you when they win the Super Bowl and Jackson Dart holding up the shoulder.
I'm gonna be like, you know what?
Oh my gosh! All right, well, that's gonna do it for today's show. Please make sure you like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, and that's it. The Command Center podcast was filmed at the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world, proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and its fans.